Have you ever forgotten something? You left the house, went away on a trip, and you didn't remember to bring something. Have you ever forgotten a kid? My family, we forgot a kid once at a gas station in North Carolina. Well, in Home Alone, they forget Kevin. There's a couple of different stories that you can take away from Home Alone that apply to leadership in business and in life. Number one, you're going to forget things. So have your systems and processes in place to help you avoid a situation of forgetting. Now, is it really hard to forget a kid? Sure. When you've got that many kids and that many people and that much stress and you're running behind and all of the things are going on, this is where you go back to those systems and processes that you put in place to help you be successful. If you've trained properly and you've applied those systems and processes, then when things get hectic, they just might save you. You're never too old to be afraid. You're never too old to be afraid. There are still things today. Actually, there are a lot of things today that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of not achieving the things that we want to achieve. I'm afraid of letting people down. There are a number of things that we're afraid of. And what's amazing about fear is that when you put yourself in a situation where you get to test that thing that you're afraid of, you might realize that, hey, you can actually overcome it and you can operate without fear. Get out there and test things. And when you test things, you can operate without fear. You might realize that a lot of the fear that you're worried about is stuff that you just made up in your head. When you go out there and you do the things, then you'll actually know. Remember, you can't reflect on what you're going to do. Get out there, do things, overcome that fear. There's a level of innovation and creativity that comes with solving a problem. You lay out a map. Kevin lays out a map. Yes, there was a lot of crayon. You have some tools. You pick up some supplies. You lay things out. You plan ahead. You design to have people go through a specific experience. Whether it's the wet bandits attacking your house, or it's onboarding your customers, or it is onboarding new people inside your organization. You can design for a specific experience. Just take the time, grab a piece of paper, get some crayons out, draw out the map, and you can go through and do it. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Draw out that map. We've only got a couple of more days of this video series left. I would love to know from you, what are some of your biggest takeaways? Actually, just give me one. What's one biggest takeaway from the series this year where we focused on 90s movies? And it is amazing to think about how old these folks are now. I mean, a number of the people that were stars in this movie are now in their 70s, 80s, 50s. This movie was shot 34 years ago, and that was Home Alone. Thanks.